造不停的 These are the kind of people we're talking about, right? 才能够得着万主线的人 bring in denial the file of God's will. 第二个女孩，那是看的电影我。The child of the king, they're just raising themselves as God. They're just they don't want they are God. They tell us that and I think that many times, we are like this too. See, this is the right thing. If we both we know God's will. This is God saw we want our will, right? If it's like a big long. 万主线的好，北路线中的万主是保护呀。你不害了万主的， you know what? I know that this girlfriend is good for me, God. See, I know that 对方人啊，好不能个，不能够啦。万主的给你教你，我对方人呀。Like, come on, you're 16 years old. You have no idea what you're talking about, right? And so we did tend to do that. We tend to say, 万主不能不。whatever, right? Right? Bless me. See, bless that decision that I want. So James talks about that thing, though, what you're doing, and what he compares Tất cả khả năng là hay so tất cả so khả năng. Thì cái sai sai của mình là cái bây giờ chúng ta trong cho chung nó là we're trying to interpret contextually. If we don't know then mình what so cái what là what là he's talking about business. Lý bên ba cái so cái what là what là cái bao nhiêu năm đó nhỉ? So I want us to listen very carefully because so I'm going to interpret this for us. Là cái vấn đề là tín nhiệm của chị cảm情的是这个，我的里番记录是呢，老师卡还得了早给我拉我落，我的是去到念的那样 ，they want to brag about that, so they rather boast in their accomplishments, saying that it was my will that made that accomplishment in effect. You see that? 老师卡听到了早给我拉我落，你老师先叫我。That's what we're trying to say, right? The Casa the king, the Casa Lucci, the Casa the name I have this kind of degree, I have this kind of leadership you're doing, I have this kind of cleverness, right? And that it's not God. I did this in my life. This is me, it's my will, I did it. I'm the one in control. That's why I said, these people in they raised themselves. I want to read a couple of verses. And you can turn with me if you want to. Isaiah 47, because I'm going to be there for a little bit. E tu che vai tu ya no ba to but she va to the Lundong Babylon, okay? He's talking to Babylon, so listen carefully to Lundong, okay? He said, they can't intend, he said, and you think, he said, this is the time. And now, we're going to be in Isaiah 47, verse 7. Push in there because we're kind of halfway done, almost done. So verse 7, we're going to read like you see. He says this, you said, I shall be mistress forever. He's talking to the city of Babylon. You say, I shall be mistress forever, so that you do not lay these things to heart, or remember their end. Now therefore, hear this. You lover of pleasures, who sit securely, who stay in your heart. I am, and there is no one beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, or know the loss of children. These two things shall come to you in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood shall come upon you in full measure, in spite of your many sorceries and the great power of your enchantments. You felt secure in your wickedness. You said, no one sees me. Your wisdom and your knowledge led you astray. And you said in your heart, I am, and there is no one beside me. This is the Yuba, Kathena. This is Babylon. Babylon. This is a child of the wicked that I'm going to do what I'm going to do with your children, with the king. So the question is, couple saw wiki, couple saw wiki, but she couple yeah, vanju saw wiki, because you're going to saw wiki, vanju saw wiki, and I'm not sure if you know how that looks like, but it involves wrath, right? It involves judgment. Thì cái tin của xã hội lần trên là chữ của Kenya, thời gian là bảo vệ chữ lúc sinh nhật, lỡ sự cha là lúc cái kia, lỡ sự cha là lúc sinh nhật, cái tờ cha, mà chữ lúc sinh nhật. And Yakamoni High Home Level taught that all such boasting is evil. Promoted to have been all such boasting is evil. And he's talking about the word para or para. No, it says all you need is to say simply yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one, the para. See, the same word. Thầy có cho cái khả thêm thì có chỉ cả cho cái gì đó. Cái phát triển sai thì có cho cái chỉ cho cái gì. Dùng tiếng Anh thì nó dùng cái gì thì nó ít tụi chơi người để cú sai ra tụi mua cái gì chắc rồi à. Ê cú yếu tới chả. Phát triển à. Ê cho nó thì chữ nó ít ba là tới chả. Phát triển à. Cái cũng có khả thêm là when you are in a state. And he looks at you and says, you are beginning to look like Satan, see? It's okay, nothing you can that I'm not going to listen to God. I'm going to be just like God, see? So be very careful, right? Do you know a lot of Christians who are practicing self-atheists like that way, right? Do you know a lot of Christians who are they're just in denial. It's me that we want to make revolution. They talk to they know it. See, these people that you like, the both revolution, this is the talk, the Kathina, the Kenya. They think that they have the credit, the tele, at the which you can talk to them. Right? That's how they answer Bajalushin. Okay, let's go to the third one. Cultivate is disobey. Oh, that's not even up there. Okay, it's disobey God's will. Disobey. Disobedience is number 3, okay? Okay, the meaning what she knew the meaning on both Bajalushin. He knows Bajalushin. The boy the bunch of 2 people there. He knows that you in the he's not willing to talk with you still, right? So verse 17 is actually an axiom, as we're learning in hermeneutics. It's an axiom, self-evident truth. Verse 17, let the child at the young to both the song the she knew she or to the Tao. Based on this, the boy this is true. You don't have to prove it, right? Meaning, there's a Virginia. Nous pouvons Jerusalem, nous pouvons devant Dieu, pouvons y poser, nous pouvons devant Dieu que Dieu y poser, nous pouvons qui trop, Yanachi, nous pouvons Jean Yanachi, he knows, see, this is us. This is for Nichi or the Levant Jerusalem, right? Nichi or the Levant Jerusalem. Et vous savez, mới mình thọ lại ở tu tin nó nữ bố và tư và rong và tư và thể là this is nữ chỉ qua và chỉ rong và nữ bố là he knows that để ra không có phải là tin là that có bố và chủ hiện this is có chỉ qua that's the sin see that's the sin có bố this is có chỉ qua có sự qua họ chỉ要họ thể để không要吵那样 that's sin. And I already preached this, one of my first sermons I preached, I preached about what Jerusalem, I preached about it, we got 10 minutes before you, they do something like that. Before the what Jerusalem, what Judaism, chỉ要一两个有主题，只要一两个啥的，what Judaism, what Jerusalem 个有主题，what Jerusalem, I'm looking for God's will somewhere, see? 别个没路吧，别个没搞不定当的，别个怕给啥的，这种人what Jerusalem 结果爱了，结果谈论讲啊 ，whatever it is, maybe it's God's will, 把个what Jew 把ของพวกมัน要对这个路线 we say that a lot, right? This is big thing for both what Jerusalem. Do we know God's will? The answer is yes, right? Nous créons, nous cherchons, j'en ai dans notre monde ça là. Et what Jerusalem, dit que c'est le reminder que bé à, what Jerusalem là que bé到tất cả cái gì à, que bé chỉ là, nhau ý từ cái trong ông cái vợ là what Jerusalem cái tên nên là nhiều gì. Nhiều lúc gì thế sao cả là bảo họ chính à, thì vẫn chỉ sao cả chúa từ tin này nó luôn thế nó tổ chức cái gì đó that is God's will, that is God's will. Thì thay để do có chỉ số gì nào, để có chỉ số qua vẫn chỉ là that's God's will for you. Vẫn chỉ